the things he speaks about, we're going to tear up the Constitution. I worry that he might try to ask service members to turn against other Americans. And that would be one of the worst nightmares that I could possibly think of. Hi, my name is Joanna. I live in Florida. I voted for McCain. I voted for Mitt Romney. And then come 2016, things got a little bit interesting. So Donald Trump was definitely not exactly what I thought of a Republican. I kind of felt that he just hijacked the party just to kind of get his name out there and use the influence. And, he came out with some great energy, and he kind of had this let's get to work, let's, get things going again kind of attitude. So that really cemented my decision that Donald Trump was the right choice for 2016. There were a couple incidents that just really changed my mind completely. The two big ones that I can think of was January 6th. I couldn't believe that was our people doing that in the Capitol. Not just Americans, but also people who would, be conservatives, Republicans. I was just shocked to see that. And the other thing that really just made me feel that I could not support him was the incident at the cathedral where he held up the Bible in response to some protests that were going on. And I just thought it was gross. I don't think he shares our faith. I feel that he was almost mocking it and in a way almost trying to weaponize it. And I thought that is absolutely not Christian beliefs. That's not principles. That's not what I want to see in our leader. When I'm looking at somebody who went to be the president, I want somebody who still can bow their head to God or can believe in something bigger than themselves. And I don't think Donald Trump prays to God. I don't think he respects the Constitution. And we've had the same Constitution for 235 years, I think. There is no reason to throw it out and have to start over and have some crazy country. I think that's what makes our country great, is the stability of it, that we always have a transfer of power that is peaceful, that no matter who's in charge, everybody respects Americans, respects the Constitution, and respects God. And I don't feel that Donald Trump is doing that. I'm a veteran. I served 8 years in the Navy, and I served under both Bush and Obama. And both of them as leaders, they were great. Under President Trump, not only I think he doesn't respect the veterans, he just kicks them in the face whenever he can. When he has said, discouraging things like, I prefer, my service members who don't get captured in relation to McCain, or when he would call a family of a veteran who died in service and say they know what they signed up for. That's just cold. It's disrespectful. And that's not what a president should do. And Donald Trump seems to wants to use the military as his own personal mercenary force, which is not good. And with some of the things he speaks about, we're going to change the country. We're going to, I don't know, tear up the Constitution. I worry that he might try to ask service members to turn against other Americans. And that would be one of the worst nightmares that I could possibly think of. I think I'm going to vote for Biden. I don't love him as an option, and should he be removed, I definitely don't love the vice president either. But that's between the two options. I think at least Biden prays to God, and I would rather have a president who is at least respectful to the Constitution, believes in God, than one who believes himself in money and wants to be God.